In this video, I'm sharing with you very honestly the top mistakes most sailors make about the entertainment on Virgin Voyages because I've had over 20 sailings and I've been watching you. That sounded creepier than it was supposed to. These are the things that confuse sailors, stress them out, make them feel disappointed about their cruise vacation. And so if you know what to expect and you know what to look for, you can skip over all of that and jump straight to the best vacation coming up. And if you're new here, ahoy, I'm Christine Lozada. I love Virgin Voyages. The number one mistake is about booking entertainment. And if you're honestly not booking your sailing with us, you're leaving a lot of value on the table, and it only takes a minute to price compare, even if you've already booked your sailing. So check the info in the description. But let's talk about what needs to be booked because things have changed. In the olden days, every single entertainment show needed to be booked in advance once you were on the ship. So again, get on the ship, get on the Wi-Fi, then open the app and start booking your entertainment. Now, there's really only two types of events that need to be booked for entertainment. One is paid events. So these are things like Grog Walk, which is a bar crawl that includes drinks around the ship. It has a limited number of spots. Or Lotteria, where you're playing bingo and getting tons of tequila and mezcal. Those events need to be booked once you're on the ship. The other type of event that needs to be booked are what I'll call dinner and a show. So things like It's a Ship Show or LOL's Supper Club or Another Rose. These are events where there's, again, a limited number of seats, and so you have to book them once you're on the ship. My key advice for you so you don't miss out on entertainment that you really want to see is twofold. One, don't make the mistake of skipping over the app once you're on the ship. Take a little bit of time. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just start flipping through the app once you're on the ship and start booking the things that you think you might be interested in. Because a top mistake is not doing anything and then they sell out and then people are going standby and stressing out that they might not be able to do something they really want to do. The second thing I recommend you do is you look at the entertainment that's specifically on your ship. This is a top mistake, so let's talk about it. A lot of people get onto their sailing not understanding what entertainment and shows are going to be on their sailing. And so a key thing to do is to look on the Virgin Voyages website because a new change that they're making is all the ship layouts are the same. This confuses a lot of people. They're like, well, what's the difference between the ships? Because someone who's used to cruising on other cruise lines, each ship is wildly different from the next. You might be on a mega ship, you might be on an old ship, you might be on a fill in the blank. On Virgin Voyages, the ship size and layout is exactly the same across all the lady ships. However, the entertainment is different by ship. And this is happening more and more as Virgin Voyages makes changes across their fleet. So the thing to do here, go to the website and go see what shows and what themed parties are on your sailing. So going back to my last recommendation, now that you know what to look for when you're in the app, when you first get on the ship, start booking the things that you know are specific to your sailing that you think might sell out. For example, like on Resilient Lady, Another Rose. Which another mistake that people who, and we all know you're coming back, you had a good time, you're coming back for your second, third, 100th Virgin Voyage sailing, is people will go back onto the same ship but expecting a different entertainment lineup. So another thing to do in here is if you've sailed before, consider sailing with another ship if you want different entertainment. Because the other way that we will all, no matter what sailing you're on and what ship you're on, will all get different entertainment is via the festival stage. Virgin Voyages keeps things spicy in entertainment by having what's called the festival stage. And so this is a place where there's rotating entertainment. And it's different all the time. Sometimes we'll see bands or music or entertainment that we love coming back. Y'all know I'm a huge fan of Ben Price. I love the Lee Boys. I love the Magnets. I love Plan V. This list is long. But this is a stage where for a limited time, sometimes a week, sometimes a couple weeks, sometimes a couple months, they'll have entertainment that's rotating and just different all the time. So you can always expect rotating entertainment on the festival stage, which leads to another mistake. A lot of people flip through the app prior to their sailing, which is a great way to get a sense of what might happen, but they think that, oh, like this is it. That's all that's there. There are on the festival stage especially, new entertainment that comes on at the last minute all the time. So sometimes even it's not until you get onto the ship that you see the final of what's going to be available on the entertainment lineup. So don't make the mistake of thinking what you see in the app is final until once you're on the ship. This next mistake is one that I see happening a lot with people who cruise regularly, which, by the way, if you're getting some value out of this video, cheers that like button, consider subscribing. If you have a helpful tip for all the community, add it in the comments below. Don't forget about the Instagram Virgin Voyages tips, the TikTok, the blog post, the Facebook, the insider guide. There's a lot of things out there, and it's all in the description, which most people miss. In full transparency, I am recording this right now before I head on to a mega ship. But a lot of people expect Virgin Voyages to be like other cruise lines when really Virgin Voyages has reimagined cruising. So remember, it's not a cruise line that is licensing these huge shows. They are creating their own entertainment lineup. It's a super yacht experience. So just understanding that Virgin Voyages entertainment is different than other mega cruise lines is a key thing that will help you to set your expectations. This next section is about the themed parties and parties in general on the ship. And if you're like, wait a minute, is that entertainment? A lot of people don't realize that in these themed parties, the happenings cast and entertainment is coming out to entertain you. And a lot of people miss a lot of these fun little shows that happen at the themed parties. But in the same way that I talked about, find out what entertainment is on your ship, you can do the same thing for the themed parties. So a lot of people make this mistake of going onto the ship with a certain themed outfit, not realizing, that's not happening on my sailing. And so knowing what themed parties to expect is helpful. The next top mistake is thinking that there's a themed party every single night. Think about this for a minute. On longer sailings, my 11-night Resilient Lady, there's not going to be 11 themed parties. There's going to be themed parties, but on non-themed club nights, it's just that. It's club night only. But if you're on the 4 nights Fire and Sunset soiree, there's going to be a themed party every single night. And so just understanding how this will work for your sailing, given the length, is helpful to know. Another top mistake is about dressing up for these themed parties. Again, a top mistake is people are like, I didn't know I was supposed to bring blah, blah, blah outfit. It doesn't matter what you bring. I wore to the Scarlet Night after party pajamas. It doesn't matter. So a lot of people will dress up thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be the only one. People dress up for the parties and people don't dress up for the parties. It's a no judgment zone, so you choose your adventure on what's most comfortable for you. I have a full Amazon list of curated items that I love to wear to these themed parties, but sometimes I dress up and sometimes I don't, and you can be the same. It is helpful to know that on every single sailing, there will be a pajama party on the first night and a Scarlet Night on somewhere in your sailing. And it will never be on the first night and it'll never be on the last night. But again, going back to how long is your sailing, check the app. They will eventually show which night Scarlet Night is happening on for your specific sailing. On a 10-night sailing, I don't know, might be on night 4, might be on night 6, but it's not gonna be on night 10, for example. And while there's a full Scarlet Night videos plural, I would say my one mistake that I always see people still making is they don't realize that Scarlet Night starts promptly at 9 p.m. and in the roundabout on decks 6 and 7. And so not scoping out your spot so that you can see leaves a lot of, like me, short sailors unable to see what's happening, and they feel like they start Scarlet Night by missing out. Also, don't forget, Brilliant Lady, don't make this mistake, will have different reimagined Scarlet Night and something different in lieu of the pajama party, given it's going to cooler climates. One other top mistake is around the sail away party, because this is actually one of the most fun parties that kicks off your voyage, which is the sail away. And this happens with free bubbles from 5:45 to 6:15 p.m. There's a full video on it, but the sail away happens from 5:30 to 7. But being there for this key time where you can meet the happenings cast and toast the beginning of your cruise vacation is one that you don't want to miss because you've booked dinner too early. There's a full video about dinner strategies, but if this is something that's important to you, don't miss out on the sail away party. Which another thing, a top mistake, a lot of people, because Virgin Voyages started with 4-night and 5-night sailings out of Miami. These are short sailings coming out of a hot city. A lot of people think it's a party cruise when especially as they're going towards longer sailings and more port-focused itineraries, it is very sleepy sometimes, which can be a great thing depending on what you're looking for. I recommend listening to the podcast episode about picking the right itinerary for you, because the right itinerary for me, this next mistake is how people look at the entertainment to find out what's happening. A lot of people use the app, and the app is under construction and a new app is coming out. But in the meantime, I always use the printed schedule. You can pick them up around the ship, and the only time I'm using the app is to confirm the entertainment is actually happening. Sometimes there's last minute changes. There's, I don't know, an issue with the sound, or an entertainer gets sick, or fill in the blank. I always use the printed schedule or the TV in my room to look at the entertainment, then confirm it's happening on the app. This helps me to not use the app
until they fix it.
This next mistake, and I talked about the events in the beginning and booking things like Lotteria or Grog Walk. These are ones where if you think you're interested, go sign up for them. There's always some kind of cancellation policy that you can opt out of these events later if you realize, oh wait, I signed up for too many things. On average, we will see Grog Walk selling out. The first night, a lot of people will sign up for Grog Walk. And on the first night, a lot of people make the mistake of not signing up fast enough. So if this is something you think you want to do, make it a priority as soon as you get onto the ship to sign up for it. And also a top mistake is that people think the events will be the same on every single sailing. And it totally varies based off of what entertainment is on the ship. Virgin Voyages will use the happenings cast and their strengths to create an entertainment lineup that's unique for that sailing. So I have seen events happen on one ship with specific happenings cast members that I've never seen anywhere else, because sometimes happenings cast members will create an event and it's specifically theirs. So just make sure, again, you're taking the time to flip through the app as soon as you get on the ship and just see if there's anything you want to sign up for in advance. This next mistake is around bingo. So if you're on a longer sailing, you might see bingo more than once and sometimes more than twice. And they might do bingo with the diva. They might do bingo with the happenings cast. They might do it with the hostess. But just knowing that each of these looks different and that all of them are entertaining, but it tends to be the case that bingo with the diva is the most popular entertainment event to go to. And another mistake is that it's not just entertainment. She will entertain you, but you're also playing bingo for real and for real money. And another mistake, you can buy a bingo card with your sailor loot. You're using your sailor loot for everything on the ship. See the sailor loot video, by the way. Since bingo is for real, when you see in the app what time they sell the bingo cards at, those times are for real. 1 minute past that time, given you, this is gambling at this point, you can't buy a bingo card if at 11:45 a.m. they stop selling cards. I have shown up at 11:46. I went and saw the show, but without a bingo card, and it was still fantastic. But know that you need to buy a bingo card at the time that they are selling bingo cards. And another mistake is some people will buy too many cards. They actually move pretty fast. Even for me, I will never buy more than 3 cards at a time. Do you, boo? But one of the most stressful things that I see is people making the mistake of trying to buy 5 or 10 cards and manage all of those bingo cards. Tell me in the comments below if you've made the mistake, or if you have any helpful tips. We're all a community, added in there. But 3 is good enough for me. This next top mistake is about things that people think aren't free and they are free. I mean, don't we all love free things? The arcade is free, very entertaining. I love Miss Pac-Man. The other thing that's free, karaoke. The way you sign up for a karaoke room is not in the app. A top mistake people make is not understanding how to do it. So you simply go into the groupie and there's a sheet and you sign up for an hour at a time, and there's lots of different rooms, whether small rooms or larger rooms, and you can sing your heart out at the groupie for free or play arcade games for free. These last mistakes are ones that I have been observing because, again, I have been watching you guys. And one thing I've observed is people doing way too much and people doing way too little. And both of them are great, but you need to know what you're signing up for. So let's start with doing too much, because this is my mom. When I brought my mom on a 5-night sailing on Valiant Lady, she wanted to do everything. She wanted to see every show and go to every single entertainment event. We literally ran around the ship. She did a 5-night sailing, and once she got off the ship, she took 8 days to recover. 8 days to recover from her vacation. A lot of people will try to do too much because they think they need to get it all in. Let's be honest. You're coming back. You're coming back for your next sailings. You're probably watching this and you're on your 5th and 6th sailing. We all come back, let's just be honest. Take your time. Another mistake is that a lot of people will come back and do the really long sailings so they can do everything, but they came from trialing a 4-night or a 5-night sailing, and they're wanting and looking for that same energy on the longer sailing, and it's not like that. I'm not saying it's like that all the time, but the longer sailings tend to be people taking it really easy versus the 4-night, 5-night sailings where people tend to do everything and really get it in and enjoy themselves. I'm all about the 4-night, 5-night back-to-back. And so I think it really just comes down to what kind of vacation do you want, and set the pace that you're looking for. Because let's talk about doing nothing. And it's not what you think. A lot of people come onto the ship thinking they need to do all of the things to have a great time. But a top mistake is people don't realize that doing nothing is an amazing option. It's a beautiful ship. There are a lot of amazing spaces to enjoy. There are a lot of ways to vacation that no matter where you are in what you need from a vacation, it's there for you. And so I have gone on lots of sailings in which I myself or hang out or meet other sailors. I love meeting you guys on the ship, by the way. You guys do nothing and you love it. I have sailors on 11-night sailings. I didn't go to a single show and they had a great time. So don't think that you have to go to all of the entertainment to have the best time. Make it yours, because a lot of people stress out about, I gotta book all these things, and you take it as it comes. This next mistake is around not spending enough time with the happenings cast. And if you've gotten this far and you're like, what's the happenings cast? Instead of there being a single cruise director, there's a team of entertainment called the happenings cast that will help you to have a great time around the ship. And with the happenings cast, these are the people who know the ship inside and out. And so spending time asking them for helpful tips or going to the entertainment that they are putting on is a really great way for you to become an expert at what entertainment is on your sailing and navigating the right entertainment for you. And also, another top entertainment that people love are the secret shows. And to be honest, there's not secret shows on every single sailing. It depends on what talent is on your sailing. And there's more than one kind of secret show, but it all depends. I keep some things for the insider guide. Can't give you guys all my secrets. Oh, like exactly where to stand on Scarlet Night? This next tip is a PSA. Please clap. Please clap at the entertainment. If you spend time on the ship as much as I do, and you look around at our expressions and our faces, and we are a tough crowd. I'm just gonna put that out there. So PSA, please clap at the shows. Thanks in advance. This next one, I'm not sure if I should put in here, but just in case, because I have heard it a decent amount of times, you'll notice in the app for some of the entertainment or parties, it will talk about the lighting. This event uses strobe lights, for example. I didn't realize how many sailors this actually really does affect in terms of, I slept awful last night because I went to the show and I couldn't sleep because there were strobe lights, and that really woke me up and I couldn't sleep that night. So just reading the app and understanding that there are lighting effects that they use, and if that affects you, consider it in case it's not a show you want to attend. I'm going to keep this next mistake short, which is you'll notice over time, and it's done in thoughtful ways. Virgin Voyages will talk about not touching the entertainment. I'll just leave it at that. And this next mistake is one that I see all the time, like a lot, and it's a tough one because Meatball is a DJ and taking requests is difficult sometimes. And so a lot of people will come into club nights in which the club night theme might be hip hop, the club night theme might be 80s pop music, and a lot of the requests coming in are for country music, are for something else. And so just understanding that the DJs, both on Virgin Voyages and in life, are not jukeboxes and that they are reading a room, but this is just a place in general. Music on Virgin Voyages and everywhere is one that it's very difficult to please everybody. So taking the time to read what the themed parties are and understanding what kind of music is played so that you can go all out on the nights that you love is important. I will never miss a Scarlet Night hip hop after party, which is a newer change and only happening, in my opinion, from what I've seen on Valiant Lady right now. Let's get ratchet up in here. Entertainment, these are the top mistakes. I'm Christine Lozada. This is part of a series. Don't forget about the info in the description. Be a smart traveler, book your sailing with us. And if you have a helpful tip, add it in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.